Good. Hey Bats, right, this is for those of you that wanted to take part in the annual quality report stuff but you couldn't make it, or those of you that did make it and you want a refresher. I'm just going to go over what we went through so that you know where we are. And chuck me over there. So this is the Google page. Hopefully, actually before this, have you all filled in your paperwork? We need a starter form from you. The starter form in the admin folder contains the P46. We either need that or a P45. We also need a passport. If you could send that to coursereps@brighton.ac.uk or email us with any questions and we should be able to get that sorted. For the annual quality report stuff, I sent you an email asking you to watch a video. Ask you to watch a video or to read a report. If you've been able to do that, that's brilliant. The video is on this page. It looks like this. That's the link if you want to see it. The link is also available in the Google file. What we've asked is if the BAT members could please set up a Gmail account so that it's your first name, last name, .brightonsu@gmail.com. It just means that we'll be able to send you stuff like this. So that was, 1 second. If you could set something up with your first name, last name, .brightonsu@gmail.com and send us an email from that address, or we'll ask you to do this in every session we go to. It will just make our lives easier. I don't think this can work. I thought I'd take you through what we went through today in the annual quality reports session, just in case anybody missed it. So we went through presentation. So I'll take you through that actually. This is the annual quality report section. Here's the presentation. Summary, if you want to see this presentation, is available here, but as soon as you've got your Gmail account set up, we'll give you access to this folder so that you can get into the admin and you can get into each of the projects. As we do the projects, we'll fill this out more and more. Right, annual quality reports. So you've all got, hopefully get your Google account set up, hopefully get your paperwork and passports sorted. I'll now take you through why we do them, what we did last year, what worked, what didn't, what does the university do, what does everyone else do, and what have we given you, or what's available on Google for you now. Those of you that attended the session have got the USB sticks, but some of you couldn't make it. So why do we do annual quality reports? It's mainly to match the university format. The university already goes through this quality process, so this just gives students an opportunity to break into their processes and give them the student opinion on the course and how it's running. It's a very legitimate way of making things better for students. So in the union, we're really great at putting on a protest and getting really angry about things, but this is, the university's already going to do this stuff. This is us just getting involved in it and focusing their attention on the student experience, because otherwise they get a bit heavy on the success and the retention and all that kind of stuff. What did we do last year? So that, hopefully you watched this video. That sort of explains what we did last year. It was a good idea. Each report had 7 sections. We looked through the assessment, the feedback, blah, 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 blah. But they were too big. Nobody really paid attention to them, and they were quite hard to fill in. I was really worried about missing out information, but that meant that we put in too much information. So this year we want to do a 2-page summary of just the key things in each school, the key information from all the data, and then get it back out to students quickly. We want it all to be ready by the start of term this year. The problems were they weren't actually used or accessed by students. University processes, so the BSS happened in spring. That's an action plan that they already have drafted. They've already drafted their action plans, you've got access to them. The NSS results came out on August 1st. I've given you access to some of those. In September and October, the university drafts their annual health report. You have access to the ones from last year. The annual health report works in 2 ways. So you have a report that looks back on the last 12 months, and then you have an action plan that looks forward to the next 12 months. There's 3 action plans now. So there's a BSS action plan, which is a student survey for first and second years. There's a NSS action plan, which is a survey that goes out to all third years. And then there's an academic health action plan, which sort of ties those together with some stuff around student success. DELI data, which is after you leave university, destination leavers of higher education. It's basically an employment survey. And then demographic breakdown. Some schools have particular issues with certain demographics, so they report on that in their academic annual health reports and then in the annual action plans from the health reports. All very confusing, but I'll talk you through the data. What do other unions do? So you've all got access to this thing. If you want to read the reports that other unions make, some of these are really good. So this is Sheffield Hallam's one, available on their website. The full report is 60 odd pages. Yeah, 60 pages, but it's a brilliant document. And this is ideally what we would make, but I'm not sure if we'll make it this year. They've got a lot of recommendations for the university based on good data. The big difference between what Brighton does and what other unions do is that we make 12s because we make one per school. And then once we've made all these for each school, I'll then collate them all and write one for the rest of for the university as a whole. If you want to read any of the others and see what good looks like, these are good examples. What have we given you? So I've given you a USB, but if you haven't got it, then it's available here. You just need to go to, you'll all get access to BAT projects. And in here, the first project is annual quality reports. The USB stick is essentially this. So everyone who got a USB just got this information. In it, you've got the data from last year in the 2015-16 folder. Which will make brown. You've got the school rep manifestos. So if you pick a school that has a school rep, they might have already explained some of the key issues in that school. So sport and service management is Romario, I believe, who's a school rep. And when he was trying to get elected, these are the issues that he said were in the school. Some of these will be very strong, some of them will be a little bit weaker. But that school rep has been elected based on these words. But not every school has these because not every school rep wrote a manifesto. The purpose of the annual quality report is to give the school reps and the course reps and the students an opportunity to get into the university quality processes. So, that was attractive. So yeah, that's how that bit works. 2016-17, this is the key data. So this is the data you've got access to for writing the 2-page summary about a school of your choice. Email me about the school and we'll agree that together. What you want to look at is the action plans from this year. So what they said they were going to do. So what did Humanities say they were going to do? This is quite a dismissive action plan from what I remember. We discussed it this morning. They talk about consistently well, blah, blah, blah. They talk about how they are really good at teaching, and yet, if you look at their results, and assess results from this year, Humanities comparison, let's have a little look. Teaching, they're above the university average, but they're exactly the same as the sector, and they're down on last year. So last year, they got 90 in their teaching satisfaction. Let me take you through what you've got. So you've got NSS results here for each course. You've got for each school comparisons data and also trend data. So trend is against themselves for the year before. So set trend. You've got to download this. So if you want to be able to look at these properly, it's best to download them because Google can't handle it properly. But if you just download, make a copy, set trend data. Oh, it's gone ugly. Sorry, 1 second. Open that up. I would just copy and paste it. So cool. It's because it's copy. I've just done Control-C to copy that, and now I'm going to chuck it on an Excel sheet. Control-V. If you want to see how teaching looked in this school over the last 5 years, just do that and find insert, recommended chart, line. There you go. So the blue line is the university, the orange line is this school, which was SET. So you can see that in 2013, SET was way below the university, then they got better than the university, and now they're roughly the same as the university. But that's just for teaching. Where are they worse at? Learning resources, that doesn't look great. Let's have a little look. Insert, Recommended chart, one of these. Yeah, so they are worse than the university across the whole sector. So if you're from School of Environment and Technology, you want to point out the fact that, or if you're doing the report on School of Environment and Technology, you want to point out the fact that consistently they have not been able to, they've been putting the university average down. And there might be specific issues in that school. So you've got access to that data. What we're going to do is get a summary, a 2-page summary of the school based on this, based on their BSS action plans. What did they say they were going to do for the BSS? You're going to tell me what you're seeing in it, and then we'll add some more data afterwards. So last year we did this cool thing with scatter graphs, which we might do again this year. So research used, NSS. We turn them all into scatter graphs. So what we were just looking at set. Let's look at that one again. We put them in a PowerPoint, but no one ever really accessed these. But we can do this again once you tell us where to focus. Maybe these aren't going to work. These might only work on the USB stick because Google might translate them. If you want to see these, let me know and I can email you a zip version. Yeah, I think in general, it would be great if you could pick a school, email me which school you want to look through. Once you watch the video, it'll become a little bit clearer about the format and the sort of data we want. And then just try and find us a story about that school. What's going on with their assessment and feedback, what's going on with their organisation and management. If you just put it into 2 pages, if the school rep has said something specific that they want you to look into, it's worth looking at that. I know business, they are really concerned about organisation and management. Just check if the data follows that. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Let me know if you've got any questions. Get your paperwork into us, get a Gmail account, write a 2-page report. Cool?